What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua, Dillian Whyte. Rematch possibilities, people. Of course, we know this is a possible fight that is in the works, in talks, under loose negotiations. Anthony Joshua battling Dillian Whyte once again. And these are my thoughts. So let's counterpunch. Listen, Dillian Whyte and Anthony Joshua supposed to fight maybe this summer. Arena fight. It is a typical rematch that could happen, and I know Dillian Whyte would want it. He would fancy this fight, right? Anthony Joshua, I don't know if he would really care to fight Dillian Whyte since he got the better of Whyte in their first fight, in their first professional fight. And I think that it would sell. Domestically, it would do well. Dillian Whyte has won his last fight, even though it wasn't the best performance, in my opinion, but he still got the W. Anthony Joshua, if he fights someone and beats someone, especially of notice, this fight could be billed. And I think Eddie Hearn would try his best to build this particular fight. But my true feelings of this fight, I think it sends the wrong message. I think the narrative of people hating on Matchroom, when they call it Rematch Room, I think that would be appropriate in this situation. It sends the wrong message to me because it shows that Anthony Joshua can beat someone that he's already beaten. That throws him in the Deontay Wilder repeat bracket. Let me find a fighter, a tough fighter, that's not as gifted as I am, and let me beat him up again and again. Let's do that. I think at that point, it becomes the art of milking. And I think that's what Tyson Fury is notoriously known for. And AJ looks like he's going down that same trail, or Eddie Hearn. Nonetheless, you talk about Eddie, you talk about Anthony Joshua, right? So I think it would be no different than that situation. Would it be a good fight? It would be a good fight. I mean, I would watch it. But these guys, I think that type of fight should be when they're at the end of the ropes also. So it could be a fight where Eddie's thinking, well, hey, let me get these guys in here now together, because there may not be ever an opportunity for these guys to ever come together again, especially if they lose to other people. So why not have that fight now that I know that will sell, that I know the numbers pretty well between these two guys? But that's really not showing a lot of confidence in your fighters. Yeah, you want to pin them against each other. You want to do some Kell Brooks / Amir Khan shit with your local domestic fighters, but you're not really showing, making this fight is not really showing us that you have faith in them winning. This seems like a cash out. Hey, do it now or never. I have both of them. I work with both of them. Shit, Anthony Joshua, I damn near own him with the contract that he signed, right? So let's make that fight happen. And this wouldn't surprise me if this fight takes place, because if you guys heard my interview or should I say my video for the plans for Anthony Joshua to become 3-time world champion, Dillian Whyte is definitely in the plan for Anthony Joshua. But what would it do for his resume? Nothing. It wouldn't do anything for his resume. In fact, it would make it look parallel to Tyson Fury at that point, especially if Tyson gets the Usyk fight. So the closer that fight comes together, the closer these resumes look. Okay, Tyson Fury's fighting Usyk, a guy that beats you, and then you fight a guy that you've already beat. That's not a fair trade at all. Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte is just a fight that you could see, but it would be, of course, an unnecessary fight for me. There's no reason for these guys to make that fight whatsoever. There's no mandatory. There's no eliminator. There's no anything like that on the line. So this fight of these two guys puts them in a position for nothing at all. This is a voided fight. We've seen the outcome. We've seen Dillian Whyte get knocked spark out. We've seen Anthony Joshua, a better boxer. We know he's a better boxer. Okay? So there's no real reason for this fight to be made, except for the powers that be, which is Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, could easily put that fight together to milk it, okay? To milk that particular fight. And that's something we don't really need in boxing, especially in this new year of 2023. We don't need any rematches that hold no substance, okay? We need these guys in there with new opponents to prove themselves. And maybe when both of these guys have won enough, they might meet in the middle one day, but not any day this year. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Anthony Joshua taking on Dillian Whyte 2 times. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.